it's been tradition now to kick these off with a 25-second life summary challenge.
Okay, cool.
What I've seen. But I'd like you to describe your life from birth to where you are now in 25 seconds.
Okay.
So I've got a timer here.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Go.
Okay. Nigeria, Lagos, young girl, music, theatre, sports, art, science, math, politics, loves music, loves Nigeria, loves vegan, undergrad, masters, business. Is it, am I out?
You're not, but it's out now.
Okay. I don't know. I'm
like
sorry, that was just random
shout out random words. It was good. I think I got the gist
that
of
makes
what,
sense,
of what was going on there.
Yeah.
I guess a natural place to start is, what is ShadeSirch for those who don't know?
Okay, so ShadeSirch is a subscription beauty box for minority-owned UK brands, and all the products are suitable for vegans. So it's basically for everyone who wants to support minority-owned UK brands and businesses that are owned by people of color, as well as just amazing bomb vegan products, basically. So it's for everyone, and it's all vegan, cruelty-free, organic, and it's like hair care, skincare, and makeup products, and body care products. So it's a box just to make you feel good and like have a little spa mood at home every month. So it's a subscription box. Yeah,
I like that. And where did that idea stem from? What was a moment where you realized you wanted this product to exist?
So for me, I'm just one of those people who always seeks out brands, and I was seeking out brands that were owned by people of color in the UK. I'm always passionate about finding out new products, especially when I became vegan as a lifestyle, as well as eating vegan. I started to look for products that I would use, and from there I've just found out some really amazing brands. Sometimes I found out about brands and then all of a sudden like they just disappear, and I'd be like, why is this such a good product? And like,
where's it gone now?
Where's it gone? And it's just, you know, there was that lack of awareness of, you know, products that existed. And for me, was kind of using my skill. You know, my undergrad was in economics and politics, and I did my master's in public relations, and from there I kind of understood the idea of driving awareness, and also understood the importance of, you know, supporting minority brands because of kind of the whole system that we do have in the UK. It's just shining a light of those brands and using my research, you know, research passion of just focus to kind of find out brands that are good, try them out, and basically curate like monthly products for people who just want to find new products, and also who want to actively support minority brands, as well as anyone who just wants to find out new vegan products that are really amazing. So
it's like killing a lot of birds with, you know, the same stone, actually, because it's not only minority, it's also vegan, but it's also product discovery as well.
Exactly.
And is it specifically for minorities, or would you not consider a larger brand if they approached you, for instance?
So my part of my authenticity is supporting minority brands, because I do know that it's something that's super important. It's something that people do not do, and it's basically just trying to grow young businesses, small businesses who are doing great work. You know, there are a lot of big brands out there, and a lot of them are doing good products, but there are also little brands that are owned by people of color, minority people, you know, who are actually doing really good work. And I feel like as young people, it's important to, you know, support other young entrepreneurs.
Definitely.
And also, it's important to see minority businesses actually grow beyond that small scale to, you know, some people like to say small scale because of they like that handmade aspect.
And that's just there.
And that's good, but you know, some people do dream of having big companies. Some people wanted to be the Fenty Beauties and the Pat McGraths of the world, who are both amazing black women, you know, and, you know, it's about just shining a light up those products and giving them that space and that audience for people to discover their products and, you know, then grow into it. And for me as well, it's important for me to like see other people to see the business, see the brands, because I also do behind the scenes with the brands, and for them to connect with the people behind the brand, so it also inspires people to start their own businesses. Because for me, I believe, like, I don't believe in that belief system of everyone 9 to 5.
Yeah,
you know, it's not a love of a passion. It was never my passion. It was never something that I wanted for myself. It was never something that was my personality. And, you know, I believe that even other people, you know, young people seeing other young people doing businesses, you know, they can see themselves in that, learn from their stories and their journeys, and, you know, start their businesses. It doesn't only have to be beauty or skincare or makeup or anything like that, just in any aspect, but just connecting with their journeys and you know, feeling the confidence to go forth and like do their own thing creatively in the music space, in any space whatsoever.
So would you say you definitely saw ShadeSirch as much more, obviously, than just a box? Because from what you said there, you also want to inspire people. That goes beyond your email.
Yes, and it's just about showing the authenticity behind the brands, behind me as an individual, and connecting with people, and, you know, growing beyond that. Obviously, right now my box is solely for women, but I also want to grow to do other types of range for men.
That was definitely a question I had.
Yes,
so
and then and babies and that kind of thing. So it's starting with something, letting people connect to it, and then growing to do more things. And,
growing it from there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
And what are some of the biggest challenges that you faced in setting this up? Because you often hear an entrepreneur tell you, oh, I had an idea and now I'm here, but they miss out the biggest challenges on the way there. What would you say were those for you?
So one of my biggest challenges, there were many challenges. It's not been a long road, because for me, I feel like I've been lucky enough to have a system of focus and also supports to be able to drive forth. I started in the beginning of this year, launched...
Was it just beginning of this year?
Beginning of 2018. Oops.
We are
in 2019. Sorry, guys. But started the beginning of 2018.
It's not been 7 days.
It's not been 7 days into the new year. But yeah, I started 2018, launched December 2018, and just basically I'm starting like off now in January with big January, and, you know, trying to get boxes out. So basically it's just about, you know, been this whole year, but it's that journey of, you know, just focusing on what I want to do, and also being allowed that freedom to actually focus, because sometimes there's outside pressures like that can be distractions on like getting a job and doing all of that. And what I've learned is that I really, really, really admire people who are like in their 30s and 40s able to start businesses with all those distractions, because I'm just in my early 20s and I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, like it's so stressful. So having all those added pressures, I can't even imagine. But for me, it's just even navigating through focusing on it and also working. But then it's actually when I decided that, you know what, I'm just going to focus on it, that so much happened quickly. And for everyone, that might not be something that they can have the opportunity to do. So it might take longer for you to set up, but even just, you know, having that focus and that drive and just giving it some personal time to do it is really important. So for me, that was a challenge. And also you just have so many setbacks, like as a young woman, just even going through that mental process of starting and everything behind that. It might not even be just internal struggles, and it's more of an internal thing, but I feel like that was the biggest journey that I had to go through, because you know, I finished my master's in December 2017, started my business journey in the beginning, and graduated in July, and it's just navigating adulting. Like, it's a whole process that we all go through.
Society tells you to do one thing and you're really going against the grain.
Exactly, but it's also, you know, financing as well. You know, I'm lucky to have support from my parents.
I was going to touch on that. If you could maybe disclose a little bit about how you came across investment into the initial setup.
So for me, it was just
that seems to be a big hurdle.
It's a huge hurdle, and a lot of people, you know, go through that. I was lucky enough to have support from my family, my parents, my siblings, and also a lot of people don't know this. Like a lot of people that go to universities, you know, there's something that universities don't really disclose a lot about. You know, there are a lot of opportunities, you know, for business grants that a lot of people don't know about necessarily. So I feel like a friend of mine, she's on a program in I went to Newcastle University, and she's on a program where she gets funding. So it's about asking those questions. If you have an idea, going to your career service, if you go to university, and being like, this is my idea, I like, what can I do, and them helping you, because they are those services, they just don't really disclose much about them.
The marketing of it isn't very good,
yeah,
is it?
Yeah, but they are there, and I feel like if you focus on the authenticity and do the hard work in developing your idea, it's something that is really useful. And for me, my university, I was lucky enough to go through like a program where they like take you from my idea and like telling you everything you need to think of. And I feel like, I'm sure different universities do that. So it's about just going to the career service and asking about it. I do know that there are other schemes that are like Tech Nation. There's something called Tech Nation UK that people can go to for investment for tech ideas.
Yeah.
It's something down the line that I might be looking at. But so there are definitely opportunities. It's about actually doing that research and that hard work and finding out. Because a lot of times it is hard work. It's a lot of stuff that you have to do, a lot of research, a lot of deep Google searching.
Yeah.
And, you know, there is also the British Library Enterprise Centre. A lot of people don't know about that.
No, I've never even.
Yeah,
so that's,
in the British Library.
Sort of source for funding.
Yes, and
awesome.
they can give you information about how to get funding, because there's so many different ways to get funding. For me, starting off, because I had the opportunity, I felt like it would be better to hold as much as I can now so that I don't lose the value.
Definitely.
But, you know, if you do need it, you can also have that kind of help, and you know, you can look at different routes, and there are places to go for young people, because now it's an important thing for people to start businesses for the UK economy. So, you know, there are opportunities. It's just about really, you know, doing the hard work and like searching.
I guess that sort of moves on to the next question I had about traits you need as a person to set up a business, because I feel like not everyone can do it. What would you say is crucial traits wise that you need to have if you're going to do this?
Crucially and honestly, like not everyone can do it. For me, I mean, like, I know my personality is just from everything I've done throughout the years, just the regular, you know, prefect or like or deputy head girl, or those kind of things that give you a little bit of skill. And when I was at university, I was the president of our Afro-Caribbean society.
Awesome. And
people don't realize, like, those things are a lot of work. It's like running an event business, basically, party business. And from there, I kind of got the skills of just working with different people, being able to listen to advice, listen to hear and understand rather than respond. Just even having the resilience and the belief system in yourself. For me, I feel like something, if you don't have this skill, I feel like doing affirmations is something that is so powerful. I am strong, I am a business owner, I'm creative genius. Just speaking out those I ams into existence is such a powerful thing to do. Obviously, like for me, I'm a Christian, and that also is part of my belief system that gives me that power to be able to move forward. But I feel like from just the resilience, just being able to trust your gut, I feel like it's so important. And also trusting, even though it's good to listen, also trusting your instincts, because at the end of the day, you know your business, you know your idea more than anyone else. You can listen, but at the end of the day, you need to think through what you want to do. So the most important thing is just also always being creative and always learning, but also trusting your gut, and, you know, just being able to work hard, because
there's so much you won't know.
Because even with what you love, it's hard. Even with what you want to do, there's procrastination, there's distractions.
You're never going to feel 100%.
You're never going to feel 100%. It's just going forth and just really believing in yourself and just affirming who you want to be, and you will become that person. So that's kind of just where I believe. But I feel like if you really want to do it, anyone can do it, as long as you really believe in your idea. You really have that strong instinct to listen to people, get advice from around you, and just being a humble person, a listening person. You know, just not being rigid. I feel like sometimes ego and
lack of humility gets in the way of people doing things.
So
people are often like, oh, I know how to do that, it's fine. You don't.
Exactly.
Don't be shy to ask the question.
Also, there's nothing wrong with asking for help. For me, I'm always used to doing stuff by myself, but sometimes I'm like, at a point, like, when I was young, you know, before uni, I was waking up in the morning, going to school. At uni, I was like, 9 a.m. lecture, like, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? But like, even so, it gets harder as you get older, honestly. But
yeah.
I feel like just being able to just grasp that we always need help. There is always help if you're open to it.
Definitely.
You know, and you know, just seeking advice, like you said, and being humble and open to listening. It's every leader has to be a good listener.
Definitely.
And that's the way you learn. And also, like, seeking out people outside your circle to actually hear their points of views, because sometimes you're so stuck in that bubble of me and who I'm around that you fail to recognize that there are other people outside that
Definitely
who have valid opinions that can be useful.
So what would you like ShadeSirch to stand for and represent in the long term?
So for me, ShadeSirch is about minority brands and sharing vegan products for skin care, hair care, and makeup, because what's so important is people knowing what they use on their skin. So apart from me being a hub that I want, you know, so many minority owned businesses, black owned, Asian owned, you know, any ethnic minority owned brand to be featured in a box and to get those stories across and to inspire other people to start businesses, I want it to be somewhere where you can see and know that your products are good for you, because the industry, especially cosmetic one, is incredibly toxic.
Yeah.
You know, they do a lot of bad practices, you know, a lot of harm to the environment, to animals, to, you know, the world, and even beyond that, to your skin. So it's about letting people know that you can get great skin. Hopefully I have a decent skin.
The glow is definitely
definitely
there right now.
But you can have good skin, and you don't need harsh chemicals and, you know, parabens and alcohol to, you know, treat your body, because your body wants what's pure. And it's just giving more awareness to, you know, natural skincare, organic skincare, affordable prices, and, you know, just letting people have that awareness of taking care of themselves, their health. And it also starts with what you put inside your body and what you put on your body. So it's really just a passion for a growth of UK minority brands and a growth of organic, natural skincare that is, you know, vegan and doesn't affect the environment and is, you know, as eco-friendly as possible, you know, and grow beyond that, do men's range, baby, and a lot more is coming. I can't say, but don't worry.
Watch this space.
Yes, watch this space.
Okay, cool. First question. One book that's had a big impact on your life.
Ooh. Half of a Yellow Sun by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie.
I'm not going to repeat that, but
okay.
I'm going to check it out.
Half of a Yellow Sun, or We Are All Feminists as well by Chimamanda. Yeah.
Awesome. What's the best professional advice you've ever been given?
Best professional advice. It's really to trust my gut and my instinct when making decisions, because sometimes you can just feel confused about when you're getting too many different opinions on one thing.
Yes.
You know, it's about also listening to that gut and be like, this is what I want to do, this is the decision, and just taking that decision, because as a business person you need to have that.
You need to be decisive.
Yeah.
When you think of the word successful, who is the first person that comes to mind?
Who in the world, girls? I hate to be one of those obvious B stands.
Stands, yeah, exactly. But
B, and yeah, I mean, it's not even the musician part of it, it's the work ethic, it's the creativity, and for me, I aspire to always be authentic, work hard, and be a boss.
Definitely.
Boss babe.
That's a great choice.
Yeah.
What are 3 things you must do every day?
Pray, affirmations, and drink water.
That's a very essential part.
Yeah.
Underrated.
Underrated.
What's a day in your life that you would love to relive? What first comes to mind?
I can't really say, so I'm going to think of something else.
I could tell straight away. It was something that came to mind. I can't say that. I can't say that.
What would I love to relive? Oh my god, maybe like, there are loads of times I haven't been present. I'm going to cheat and say 2. There are loads of days I haven't been present, like, because when you do so much, sometimes you're not in the moment. So like maybe like when I was doing my first huge like ACS event, it was like an Afro Spectacular.
Yeah.
I was watching footage and then that's when I actually remembered the day.
Yeah.
So that was one thing. And maybe like even when I was in year 11 when I was leading some play, and also just sometimes it's just things that have to do with like just remaining present, and I would love to relive those days to actually just
live in the moment.
Live in the moment, yeah.
Definitely, definitely. Last two, what's the best investment you've ever made? Whether it was time, money.
Best investment I've made.
Yeah.
Time, money. I mean, I would say this in my business.
Yeah.
And also just little things like all those little things where I was asking for a camera or lighting or even just editing equipment and stuff like that, that built me to be able to do what I'm doing. Because as a business owner, like you have to edit, you have to film, you have to take pictures, you have to do makeup, you have to do so many, you have to wear different hats. And just investment into kind of building those skills and just watching YouTube Photoshop videos and those kind of stuff. Basically, I would say those things.
Being a jack of all trades.
Yeah, it's really paying
off now.
Yeah.
Last one, very cliche, but I like asking it. If you ruled the world, what's the first thing you'd change? Had some interesting answers.
Oh Lord, if I ruled the world. You mean right at this moment?
Right at this moment. What is the first thing that you would change?
Oh, easily, like no Brexit deal. Sorry, I mean that might be controversial, or maybe it's okay. I'm sorry for being like a politics person, but I feel like Brexit was, you know, funny. But yeah.
My answer is I'd have jollof rice on dispenser.
Why would you want? Fresh food is life. I would not want pre-packaged jollof, but that's yeah. We jollof people. We know jollof.
If you know, you know.
Niger jollof though. Sorry.